Sometimes a job is just too good to leave. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 longest-running SNL cast members. For this list, we're looking at the players who've spent the most seasons on Saturday Night Live. While the list is set in stone as of late 2019, keep an eye out for Aidy, Bryant, and Cecily Strong, as they're both 8 seasons in and show no signs of slowing down. Number 10. Jason Sudeikis. Did you know that before Jason was a featured player on SNL, and had us cracking up with his impressions of Mitt Romney and Joe Biden, he was hired as a sketch writer for the show and spent 2 seasons in the writer's room?
Appreciate you coming here.
Mr. Vice President.
1 second, I'm just connecting, 1 second. Sorry for the interruption.
Well, that would surely explain why he's so funny. Yes, he joined the show as a writer in 2003, then he became a full-time cast member in 2005, and spent the following 9 years making us belly laugh until departing the show after the 2013 season.
That's right, and I hereby sentence you to eat one of the spiciest bowls of jambalaya you'd ever think.
While he's moved on to become a Hollywood star in films like We're the Millers, he still makes occasional appearances on the show when one of his characters is needed.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Number 9. Kevin Nealon. The younger generations may recognize Kevin more from his roles in Adam Sandler films and from being close buddies with the megastar comedian than from his SNL work.
Gotta harness in the good energy, block out the bad.
But Nealon was part of the show's foundation for 9 amazing years, spanning from 1986 to 1995.
Yeah, we're laughing. What about this guy, Steven Seagal? Yeah, hear me now and believe me later. Arnold could easily rip Steven Seagal's skinny little arms off. He could use them as dental floss.
He anchored Weekend Update from 91 to 94 and played such memorable characters as the muscle-bound Franz from Hans and Franz and the too honest for TV Mr. Subliminal.
You know, they're not even in public office, thank God. I think people like Kitty Kelly would do well to focus our attention on America's real problems, Kennedys. Now, let me tell you.
He now has a popular YouTube channel called Hiking with Kevin, where he hikes with celebrities and comedians and has random conversations with them. We really recommend giving it a watch. Number 8. Maya Rudolph. Before Rudolph broke into the Hollywood scene with her appearances in Bridesmaids, she was a one-woman wrecking crew on SNL for 9 glorious seasons from 1999 to 2007.
Hey, it's me, Beyonce.
She blew us away with her bang-on impressions of Beyoncé, including great vocals too, and she brought a ton of class and hilarity to her send-up of former First Lady Michelle Obama. Since leaving the show, she's been back plenty of times as a guest, and hosted it once in 2012.
How I've missed you so, boys! Andy! Kenan!
And her roles as an intergalactic judge on the NBC sitcom The Good Place, or as the hormone monstress on Big Mouth, have brought her many new fans. Number 7. Kate McKinnon. Kate is one of 2 active members in this ranking, so expect her to climb higher on this list before her career is over.
I'm sorry I had to give birth out here, where all the animals live.
At 9 seasons on the show, McKinnon has had too many memorable characters to count, making her a top star in the process. But one of her most popular roles has been her recent and absolutely savage portrayal of Donald Trump's aide Kellyanne Conway.
Hey, Groupie. It's me, Kellyanne Conway.
Her depiction of Conway as the clown from It, called Kellywise, currently has over 16 million views on YouTube, and was a viral hit back in 2017. She's also transitioned well to the big screen, starring alongside other SNL alum Kristen Wiig and Leslie Jones in the 2016 reimagining of Ghostbusters. Number 6. Tim Meadows. Moving on from cast members who've spent 9 seasons on the show, Timmy Meadows had one of the longest tenures in SNL at the time at 10 seasons. He spent time at the legendary Second City comedy troupe with SNL icon Chris Farley.
Hey, we could have been cops.
Figure it out, you're nothing but glorified doormen.
We could have been doormen.
He was called up to the big time in 1991, where he became one of the hot gun young comedians to dominate SNL in the early 90s alongside Adam Sandler, David Spade, and the aforementioned Farley. During this period, he rose to national attention on the show for his portrayal of Johnny Cochran during the very public O.J. Simpson murder trial.
They are insulting the intelligence and the credibility of this jury when they imply that we are in some way trying to manipulate a predominantly black jury by my wearing this African tribal tie.
After leaving the show, he turned to acting in both TV and film. Number 5. Al Franken. Al Franken? You mean former United States Senator Al Franken? Yep, the very same. Didn't think he had a funny bone in his body? Well, we're here to tell you otherwise.
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up.
He played the unforgettable self-help guru Stuart Smalley and became so popular on SNL he was awarded his own NBC-backed movie called Stuart Saves His Family in 1995. But his time at SNL goes way back before Stuart, as he was hired as one of the original writers when the show first went to air in 1975 before landing a featured player role in 77 to 80. He then returned as a featured cast member from 1988 to 1995.
If you see my movie the weekend of June the 6th, don't be surprised if you see, in person, me, Al Franken. That's right.
All told, Franken spent 11 seasons on the show. Number 4, Fred Armisen. Another member of the 11 Seasons Club, this comedic chameleon has played everyone from former US President Barack Obama to legendary pop musician Prince, and has amazed fans with his wide range of acting skills.
You can get off when we start getting down, and we're getting down right now.
Armisen joined the show as a featured member back in 2002 and became a full-time player in 2004. He quickly became a standout on the show until leaving in 2013.
Oh, lofts, why? Watch out! Hey, bike lane, bicycle rights! Go vegan. Move!
He's since gone on to star in the popular IFC sketch show Portlandia and has appeared on the big screen in a variety of roles. Armisen's also returned to SNL multiple times as a guest and hosted the show for the first time in 2016. Number 3, Seth Meyers. We see him every weeknight updating us on the latest world developments on Late Night with Seth Meyers. That's natural since Meyers first rose to fame during his time on SNL as the co-anchor of Weekend Update alongside Amy Poehler.
Newt Gingrich on Wednesday announced that he is running for president using Facebook and Twitter, where most people will think Newt Gingrich is a Harry Potter character.
Joining the show back in 2001, it wasn't long until Seth's knack for comedy landed him the co-head writer spot on SNL beside none other than Tina Fey. And he was writing such famous lines as Sarah Palin's "I can see Russia from my house." After spending 13 seasons on the show, it was announced that Meyers would take over late-night hosting duties from Jimmy Fallon, and he's been knocking them dead ever since.
Researchers recently completed their first trial of a male birth control method, and if you put it on right, it's 100% effective.
Number 2, Darrell Hammond. 14 years is a long time for, well, just about anything. But for Hammond, it wasn't long enough apparently, as 4 years after finally leaving SNL, on which he starred from 1995 to 2009, he became the show's announcer in 2014, and remains there to this day. Yeah, he's basically SNL royalty at this point.
Hillary, isn't it crazy that phones can take videos now? I mean, if they could have done that in the 90s, I'd be in jail.
But even if he wasn't the announcer, he's the man who played such legendary SNL characters as Bill Clinton and Sean Connery, so he'd likely be considered royalty anyway.
I'll take Letitch now for 800.
When he left in 2009, he was the last remaining cast member from the terrific 90s ensemble, was the oldest cast member ever at age 53, and held the record for the longest tenure at SNL. Well, our top pick unseated Darrell Hammond relatively recently, which is a huge clue. For a long time, he was the unsung hero of the show. And he can bring every sketch he's in to the next level with just like a funny face or silly line delivery. But before you can say what up with that, let's scroll through the honorable mentions and then we'll bring the funny with our number 1 longest running SNL cast member.
If I see another idiot with an e-cig, I'm gonna punch him in the esophagus.
You know what? You should be ashamed of yourselves. This one.
Sir, we've only been jogging for 3 blocks. Besides, Mrs. Clinton asked us not to let you into any more fast food places.
Well, I just want to mingle with the American people, talk with some real folks, maybe get a Diet Coke or something.
Because I think I'm a terrible person. I'm lesbian.
Lesbian? Shut the hell up, you old lady! With your white hair and your walking problem.
McGruber! I'm sorry, Nana. I'm under a lot of stress here. I gotta diffuse this bomb.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Kenan Thompson. Thompson saw Hammond's 14-year record at SNL and said, "Hold my beer."
It's knuckle puck time.
He winds up. He scores!
At 17 years and counting, Kenan is now the undisputed champ. This child actor, who appeared in such hits as The Mighty Ducks and Good Burger, first appeared on the show in 2003, was a featured player for 2 years, and then was promoted to the main roster, where he's still going strong.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to Black Jeopardy, the only TV game show where the audience is in church clothes.
Not only does he hold the show's record for most impersonations at 138, once again passing Hammond, he's also been credited by show creator Lorne Michaels as being the most reliable cast member.
I need you in my life, so come back, Barack.
High praise indeed. But with NBC recently picking up Thompson's new show called The Kenan Show, how much longer will the beloved comedian stay at SNL? Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.